Hello, 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 everyone. I hope all is well. It took me a minute to get here. Whew, and excuse the nails in the middle of getting that together. But hi, I hope all is well. I'm Amber Carolyn, and today I have a collective reading. We're going to look into this upcoming week. What is going on for the week of July 28th through August 3rd? Um, we're gonna check into the energy, see what's going on. I have more videos coming out to explain what's really been going on with me, but this video isn't about me. We're gonna give you a weekly reading, and let's go ahead and jump into it. So, at this time, I am about to shuffle the cards. Feel free to say a prayer, set an intention, whatever it is that you want to get out of this experience, put it out into the energy. And I'm gonna shuffle the cards and kind of tell you what I see. So we're actually gonna start looking into what is the energy of this week, what to expect, what's going on, any guidance that is needed to be had at this time. Spirit for the collective that will come across this video, come across this reading. Please give helpful advice. Please give them some helpful advice. Alright, for the week. Oh, well, they plopped out. And I'm not gonna take them. Okay, well, that's five. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna take them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Doesn't feel bad. Doesn't feel bad at all. Alright, so what I'm seeing is, and that's the bottom of the deck, if that helps you. So what I'm seeing that this week, well, let's I'm gonna start from the beginning actually. There's a lot of talk about you um currently. I feel like there's a lot of talk. I don't know if you've made a lot of changes and transitions in the past. Um, I definitely do see that. I see that whoever I'm talking to, these are people who have definitely transformed and it's very visible. So even though um like maybe you haven't been vocalizing or showing up in a way that you used to in the past, I feel like you feel the change, other people feel the change, and whether they're talking to you or not about it, it's being seen. So there's a lot of conversation and gossip. Not all of it is positive. Um, yeah, because this is talking about the past energy. They're taking us somewhere, so just bear with me. Okay, so uh, yeah, so what I am seeing here is there's a lot of conversation around who you are, who you were, who you're becoming. Some people are jelly belly about it. Other people are very inspired by it. I definitely do see that this upcoming week there could be some communication about conversations that have been had about you. Maybe there will be some type of uh somebody is going, because this is giving me an energy of that, like somebody's going to tell you about conversations. I'm also seeing that someone may be coming in to give an apology. I feel like this is because maybe in the past you were a person who kind of went with the flow. You were very nice, you're very smart, resourceful. um but because of that go with the flow energy, I feel like some people may have not necessarily seeing you as weak, but I am kind of getting an energy here of someone else wanted to control you, or they didn't think you were as smart, or it just seems like people sold you short, or they didn't recognize your willpower, your strength, and the fact that you actually had some sort of plan. So I definitely feel like within the upcoming weeks, for sure in the upcoming week, there's going to be conversations about how you kind of moved in silence, and now you're kind of cementing yourself into a new world, a new era of your life, and people are seeing that it's bringing you some sort of joy, it's bringing you some sort of happiness, accomplishment, success. So whatever it is that you've been working on, whether you've been seeing results of it, or whether you've been hearing about the results or noticing the results, I definitely do see that there is going to be some sort of resolution, some results that are coming in, some type of blessing that is coming in, some congratulations. Some people are going to be happy about it. Some people are going to be inspired by it. Some people are going to be hating. But I definitely do see that you're going to be thrusted into a new position, a new lifestyle, a new journey, or you already have been thrusted, but it's kind of like mentally and emotionally you've been on this route maybe for the last month or so, but physically your physical life is about to be changed, and so going to it's not going to be able to go unnoticed. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So whatever it is that you're doing, I definitely do see that there is going to be it's been a slow transformation because I think God has been working with your inner portal, your mind, your spirit, like teaching you how to control your emotions, teaching you how to kind of, because I'm seeing the temperance card in my third eye, teaching you how to temper, right? Be in the worldly world, but also be in the spiritual world, right? So actually being in a space of handling your practical um, needs and necessities while also still going after your dreams, and start still going after your goals. I definitely do see that this is coming in um, as like a 3D manifestation. So it seems like it took a while because you've been manifesting in the spiritual realm for a while. So you've really been working on the mindset. You've really been working on tempering those emotions. You staying in control of yourself. And in all of that, I feel like you did also doubt yourself. So this, that energy could be coming from you as well, not just other people. But I could see, I do see that you've been doubting yourself. You've been doubting your progression. You've been doubting the work that you've been putting in and whether or not it's actually going to bring you joy. But I definitely do see that there is stability here. There's balance here. There's grounding. There's definitely joy, peace, and joy here. Because you finally understand yourself and you're not as afraid as you used to be. I feel like there is some type of nerves around this new chapter, around kind of being in the fool's journey, starting over. But I definitely do feel like it's bringing you a sense of peace and stability because you're no longer in the space of wondering if, wondering when, trying to figure out how, and you're actually kind of seeing things come into culmination, and you're solidifying something, whether you feel like you are or not. Nothing that you're doing in this time is going to vain, especially if you're someone who has been working towards a dream, a goal, creating a new foundation for yourself, etc. I want you to know where I am 100% seeing it's not going in vain. I definitely do see that starting this upcoming week, if you haven't been seeing any change in your physical reality, I definitely do see that that is going to be coming in. Okay, and I'm actually really liking that. You know, um, it's kind of like we all been doing this self work and this healing, and we've been doing the prayers, and even some of us been lighting the candles and reading the Bible, and doing the research, and really trying to stay 10 toes down within our journeys, within our healing process. And you've been telling yourself the affirmations, maybe you've been listening to the frequencies and all of those things, and you're kind of wondering, like, you know God, I'm being patient, but when? And I feel like things are stabilizing. So this could be getting some type of job, right? Some type of financial, something financial coming in that's going to provide some sort of stability. It will require new responsibility. I feel like that's what you're going to be afraid of or a little bit nervous about. Your fears, they're fears. We all have them, but you know not to let them control you. I see that because you've been doing the work. Yeah, so I definitely do see this could be a new job. It could be also a relationship, right? You learning to trust yourself, you learning to trust others, work with others. Um, you know, that could also be coming in as well. Excuse me. Some of you are actually starting a new relationship or have started a new relationship with God and your spirit team. And I feel like that also could be coming into you feeling balanced, you learning how to uh, communicate and receive with them, listen and communicate to them your wants and your needs, working with them in a peaceful manner. That could also be something as well for the week of July 28th. I don't know why I feel like why did it feel like I don't know, like all of a sudden it felt like I got out of breath, which is interesting because I'm literally just sitting here. I'm not doing anything. Um, this also could, since this Two of Pentacles came up and I got out of breath, that was a sign. Okay, cool. So, um, don't rush it. You are learning how to juggle. You are learning how to kind of, like I said, balance both of your worlds, balance your dreams, but also handling the practical things. Like, I think you're starting to, there's a level of maturity coming up because I feel like maybe there was a very one way of thinking, one way of frame of mind that you had. And I feel like you were in the past, you were thinking, well, it's either or. Either I'm gonna live in my dream fully, either I'm gonna do this fully, because if I go get a regular job, or if I do this other thing, then it's gonna get in the way of what I really want to do. And I feel like you're recognizing that you are in control of your life, you are in control of your time, and you're learning how to balance that. You're learning how to handle the practicalities. Maybe, because this is giving me someone has to get like a regular job or level up in a certain way, but about also still doing what it is that you love, still creating and nurturing some. I'm hearing business, like your business or your craft or your hobby. I feel like you're learning how to, there's 24 hours in the day. Sometimes feels like there's not enough hours in the day, but you're learning how to uh, stop procrastinating as much and really give yourself the the effort and the access to both worlds that you need. And I feel like this has been like a long time coming. This is something that has been a long time coming, but I definitely do see that there is going to be some balance. I feel like that's also what people are talking about. People are talking about, I feel like, and you could have someone around who could be kind of talking shit. They could be trying to make you feel bad or judge you. I'm kind of hearing, oh, she thinks she's better than everybody else, this and that and the third. Fuck them. Let that be the fuel to your fire. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Period. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So if there is someone around who's who's trying to project their emotions and their feelings on you, who's trying to get in the way of, because I feel like you're kind of moving into this space of stability, right? So there's this ebb and flow that you're in. You're in this, I feel like you're moving gracefully. You're finding your rhythm. You're finding the beat of your drum. You're finally getting you're finally finding the beat that works for you. And someone could be trying to knock you off your footy. Someone could, because they're jealous. I feel like whatever healing that you've been doing in the recent past, it has, in a way, made some people insecure because by you shining your light, it's making people acknowledge how they aren't doing it, how they aren't doing the work. That's not your problem. Leave it alone. We're not even going to stay on that topic very long. I'm just telling you to be aware, protect yourself, your energy from people who might want to get you out of your ebb and flow because this is feeling like a very important time for you during this time. It's feeling very important, right? Yeah, because I feel like you're finally coming together. And I'm not necessarily seeing this as relationships. It could be relationships, because people could be talking about you because they want to create relationships with you. But this is giving me, even though this is not what this card talks about, this is giving me you're finally coming, like your masculine self and your masculine self and your feminine self are finally coming to uh understanding with each other. I feel like because maybe we both have both aspects. I mean we all have both aspects of masculine and feminine energy, and they show up in different ways for all of us. But what I am seeing here is like maybe the masculine in you was really focused on the practicality, the money, right? So at times it seemed like you were very rigid and hard and strong, while the feminine aspect of yourself really wanted to hold on to the dreams and the things that you love that brought you joy and healing and peace and harmony, which is probably why sometimes you would kind of get a bit emotional, you would procrastinate, or you would try to run away from your responsibilities. I feel like that is no longer. I feel like you are coming into alignment with like your full self. There's something around being whole, right? One plus one kind of equals one instead of two. If you understand what I mean, you understand what I mean. If you don't, I can explain it, right? So like one plus one equals two in this matrix. But like honestly, we all have like both aspects. Even like so, one plus one, like when two people come together and they get married, their hearts become one, right? And then when they have like when they make a baby or they create something outside of themselves, then that's two. So like one plus one equals one. One plus two equals two. It's a whole thing. We can talk about it later, but I don't want to get off track because I feel like I'm um too much of me. Anyways, but either way it goes, I feel like there is a wholeness coming in here, wholeness of self, wholeness. There's a culmination of your whole self and your mind, your body, your spirit, kind of being fully into alignment, and this is kind of helping this balance as well. I'm also seeing that you could be in a favorable position during this time. And people could be talking. People who are inspired, people who want to work with you, people who like you could be interested in kind of coming together and getting to know you a bit better to maybe create a relationship or give you know, offer some type of opportunity, maybe collaborate. That could also be a thing as well. But this is definitely giving me an energy of you coming to terms, like you becoming a whole person on your own. That's what I'm seeing. Okay? Yeah, like I said, there's been this energy of I'm gonna ooh, yeah, I love it. I love it. Ooh, yeah. So let me get it out. I'm sorry. So there's been this energy of like I said, you kind of coming and you see those two, masculine and feminine, coming together. So I feel like this is also going to be tempering your emotions. I feel like you're really going to be very level-headed. You're really going to be someone um who gives good advice during this time. I feel like you are going to be someone who is very self-assured. There's this gracefulness. I said that earlier, but I really do feel that. I feel like there's this gracefulness, this internal gracefulness, this internal peace that is happening. And I feel like a lot of it had to do with the fact that you did kind of take that time, take some time alone to actually seek your truth, seek what it is that lights you up. I just feel like this is self enlightenment here. Talking about this hermit card, I definitely do feel like maybe there is going to be a time along this week where you do some reflection and you realize how there was a period of time where you were alone, or you thrusted yourself into some type of solidarity, and it brought you into kind of it, like you feel I feel like at one point you were very sad about it. Maybe you judged yourself, maybe you told yourself that you were procrastinating, maybe you told yourself that you like you kind of looked down on yourself because of this long period of time. You felt like you were this taking this long period of time of solitude. This could be without a job, this could be, it's been a while since you've dated anyone, or engaged or stepped into your career, whatever. I feel like you judge yourself harshly, because of this time, the solitude that you took, especially with, like, because it's given like cold. But I feel like what you're going to be having some type of reflection, or there is a need to reflect on that time that you spent, because there was some type of uh self introspection that you had, and some realizations that you wouldn't have been able to have, if you didn't go into this solitude mode. And it has actually brought you to this, back again to this stability. And like I said, even with this Nine of Pentacles, it's coming back to me and it's letting me know you're becoming a whole. Even though this is the nine and she doesn't have the husband and all of those things, she has everything else. She's a whole person. Her masculine, her feminine energies are in balance, and that's why she's able to effortlessly gain riches. She's able to effortlessly create. She lives in her dream, and she and all of her bills are paid. All the practicalities are paid, because there's this energy of her understanding who she is, and her being able to listen to um her needs, that need, like her 3D needs, but also her spiritual needs, her 5D needs. And there's this energy around you coming into alignment with those things. And I feel like that's going to be, it's been noticed by others, but I think it's going to really be noticed by you, about how you've gained this inner independence, as well as this you've gained this independence, but as well as you've gained this, like, this physical independence on the outside. So it's you're walking out of an illusion state. I don't see that card, but I am seeing that you're walking out of a state of disillusionment. And there's gonna be a wish being granted. It might not come in this week, but it's gonna be coming in very soon, and that's what's gonna make you happy. I feel like because you kind of kept to yourself, and you stayed 10 toes down within this healing, finding the answers. I think that's what really motivated you. Was finding the answers. You wanted to know the answers. It did bring you into this stability, but it's also like you holding in your boundaries, you holding down to your boundaries. I feel like there's a new set of boundaries. There's a new sheriff in town here. How you move about things, how you choose to go about things, how you deal with people, how you deal with yourself is very different. And I feel like it's going to be seen. It's going to be seen. It's going to be seen heavily. So I definitely do see that there are going to be assets coming in that you'll be able to protect now, especially if you lost a lot. Uh, yeah, especially if you lost a lot in the past, or you're yeah, and you're kind of in this space of coming up off of like major loss. I definitely do see that you're coming back into assets. There's things coming to you. There's things coming to you from what was lost. Um, hmm. And a wish is going to be definitely granted, but I feel like the reason why this wish is being granted is because you finally know how to protect yourself. So even like when we were talking about these naysayers here, you already know who, what, when, why, and you already understand the boundaries. So maybe they might try to come and try you. Maybe somebody's gonna try to come and friendly Bob. Friendly Bob is kind of like that, like, oh hey girl, but then they've been talking about you, talking about you or talking shit. Like they really don't like you, but they're trying to be your friend. I feel like you see right through those energies, and now it's time to like put in whatever it was that you learned, whatever the practices were, whatever. There's something around you, kind of staying on top in alignment of your emotions, not allowing um your emotions to kind of like flood the flood the building. And actually, and it's not even about really being logical, because there's a lot of, I feel like emotionally you're, it's valid, and I think it also talks about your intuition. um there's something around you being very in tune, and grounded during this time as well. And I definitely do see that, because of all of that, there is going to be some type of wish being granted. There's going to be something for you to celebrate, even here. Oh, I'm sorry. We're different ways. Here you go. Yeah, even here, there's gonna be some type of wish being granted. There's some type of stability coming in, because you've put in a lot of work, and I don't even think you recognize all of the work that you've put in, because you've been looking at yourself, or you've experienced a lot of loss. There's a lot of loss that has been experienced, but I feel like other people have been seeing you as that girl for a very long time, or that guy, whoever. But I'm just seeing other people have been seeing you as this empress for a very long time, and I feel like you are finally coming into the space where you see it for yourself. So financially, I definitely do see, like, if there's a work situation, um, you're looking for an apartment, or not even just if you're looking for an apartment, if you're trying to establish stability, if you're trying to establish stability within your relationships, within, just life in general, I definitely do see that coming in for you. I definitely do see that. And it started with the mindset shift, and because of this mindset shift, that means that your habits have changed. The people that you talk to have changed. What you talk about has changed. How you interact with yourself and others has changed. And ultimately, those small changes that you have been making throughout the year is kind of bringing in this sense of balance. You're finally coming to a place of peace and serenity within self. And that's a reward within itself. So I definitely do see that it's not gonna be like I mean, it's gonna be a really good week, but I am seeing an energy of you you coming into some real realizations that are gonna be very beneficial for you in the long run. I definitely do see that there could be some movement that is going to be made that is going to impact your future long term. So, it's not just going to be, you apply to that job. I'm seeing an energy of like you making moves that are changing your life. Period. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing an energy of you making moves that change your life. And they're literally like small moves, like, yeah, like applying to that job, choosing not to engage with certain people, substances, etc. Those things. I feel like we all at a different part of the journey in the process, but for whoever I'm talking to and whoever is here right now, you've been making those changes, and that's why it's happening the way it is. Trust the process. I feel like, don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed. Yeah, don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed. Like I said, whatever, there every day isn't going to go like smooth sailing and easy. Every day isn't going to like you're not just going to get what you want like that. it's gonna take time. I feel like there's a buildup that's happening here. So just trust the process. Make sure that you're enjoying yourself because the journey is what matters. Once you get to where you want to go, you're just gonna plan to get to somewhere else. So just recognize that the time that you have now, and the energy that you're putting in now, it does matter. And so if you feel like this is something that isn't happening in your life, and this is something that you genuinely want, this is a time for you to put yourself in alignment with making those little changes, and doing the introspection, especially if you've been guided to feel like you want to. There are answers. There are things that you want to bring in some sort of balance into your life. This is the time. Maybe you are being called into introspection, because I feel like for some people that are going to watch this message, they're being called to do introspection because what they are asking for, they need to get to a place of solitude to understand themselves so they can actually mature and get what it is that they want and need. Bring themselves to stability. So if you're being called to introspection, then this is kind of your call. This is your sign. This is your sign. So this is your sign to cut that thing off, cut that person off, spend more time alone, kind of do your own thing. And then also, if you're someone who has been in solitude for a while now, this is your call to come out. This is your call to go after whatever it is. Take that leap of faith. Um, you know, yeah, take that leap of faith because it's going to be bringing you out of some type of poverty. It's going to actually reward you in some way. So, some people are being guided to go into introspection, and other people are being guided to come out. Listen to your intuition. Definitely, go talk to your team, go do your prayer to make sure that, to see what's out of this message that you're actually on. That's interesting. I don't really see that often. But yeah. Yeah, because this is all about growth, inner growth, and I think it's like face the process. It took me a long time to learn that there really aren't any shortcuts in this world. There's the get rich quick schemes, the hurry up and do it. Like, it doesn't really exist in the way that you think it does. This is really facing yourself head on, facing your fears, facing your likes, facing even the people, you know, facing them head on. And um, that's what's going to allow you to grow, not running away from them. And even like the fact that I brought that up, when you do this solitude and this well, it's more of introspection. When you do this introspection and you go to seek the answers and the truth, it's not that you're going to be running away from the situation. It's that you're really going to give yourself time to assess what's needed and make the changes, because that's all they're asking for is proper assessment. Maybe you know it's kind of like you're not really holding yourself accountable. I'm kind of seeing like this energy of like self discipline, really, disciplining yourself, really holding yourself accountable for the commitments and the contracts that you make with yourself. That's kind of what it's all about. It's all about you showing up and showing out with yourself kind of gracefully, because it's your karma. Yeah. So take advantage of the present moment. I kind of mentioned this earlier. Take advantage of the time that you have now, because that's kind of all that matters. That's the process, really. Um, I feel like, of course, we are all motivated to get to the end goal, to get to the end result, to have what it is that we want. But I promise you, when you get what you want, you're just going to find something else to want and go after it. So you're never going to not be in a journey. Enjoy, learn how to teach yourself how to enjoy, do that introspection to teach yourself how to enjoy the process that you're in currently, so that when you get what you want, you'll be ready to take on a new journey. And you won't put yourself in a stalemate. Maybe some of you have in the past, and this is just a warning for others, right? Because I see great abundance coming up here, coming in here for you. So you know, great abundance, great abundance is coming in here for you. And I definitely do feel like you are going to be kind of receiving some of you, like, yeah, you're gonna be receiving the fruits of your labor. And this is really kind of like giving me the energy of finding your place in the world, or just creating it, and kind of no longer beating yourself up about it, recognizing that you're unique. I saw Beyonce when I said unique. But yeah, recognizing that you're unique. If you like the Renaissance album specifically, like if you're someone who plays that often, this is definitely like that's a sign for you. Anyways, but I definitely do see here that you're unique, and I feel like you're learning how to um appreciate your uniqueness this week. And I don't know, maybe this isn't just for this week, but like whenever you do watch it, because that's how I'm feeling as I'm going along the video, like the reading. Whenever you watch it, but for some, when I'm definitely seeing this upcoming week. There's a lot of not like self reflection. There's also a lot of realization. There's This is the energy of the call. This is the energy of you are being called to go within, and well, some are being called to go within, some are being called to come out. um and you know what, like I said, you'll figure, you'll know what side of the totem pole that you're on. But I definitely do see that either way it go, it's leading you to a path and a place of abundance. Your cheat codes are going to be to enjoy the process, not take shortcuts, right? Not allow bullshit, because I feel like, sometimes we kind of get into fear, and then we look for other things to distract us so that we can have an excuse why we can't do what we want, what we need to do. So not allowing distractions to getting in our way, but also taking advantage of the time that we have now. Really, really, getting to the bottom of, that energy of procrastination, getting to the bottom of, and it's not really like getting to the bottom, because sometimes time just flies by. But I think it's really about when you notice that you could be doing something else and you have the opportunity to do that something else, do it. This is really about you building trust with yourself, you garnering the discipline that you need, so that both aspects of you can, or all aspects of you, because you know there's a we're multifaceted. But yeah, so that all aspects of you can feel acknowledged, seen, heard, and you can live more, because this life was made for living, not to just get by. And I feel like if you really put your mind to it, you can do it. It's just, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be handed to you on a paper, like on a silver platter. Some days are going to be hard and you're not going to want to do it. But, in those days and in those moments, the fact that you get up and you do it anyway, that's what it's all about. So I definitely do see that there's going to be new opportunities that are going to be challenging your discipline for self, and they're also going to be acknowledging the work that you've done on yourself. And it's really going to be time for you to be honest, and to show up in the way that you feel and desire, because you're going to get your abundance regardless. But it's going to be like, how do you enjoy it? Is kind of the big point. You're gonna get this abundance. I feel like you've been questioning is if it's gonna come in, when it's gonna come in, and all of that. And I feel like what you don't understand is they're trying to temper you. They're trying to mature you so that when you get it, you don't squander it off on bullshit. So that's for somebody. Um, you know, really be honest with yourself, do the work, and try to make yourself happy as much as you can. And that's just going to be like take it minute by minute, hour by hour, um, day by day. Really invest yourself into the journey and kind of stop stop trying to just run to the big picture, because if you're not like you don't want to get this and you're not prepared for it and you lose it. So you don't want it to come in fast. Well, you don't want it to like come in fast just so it can leave fast. You've been working for a long time. You deserve true wealth and abundance, but because we're humans, man, sometimes we just learn a little bit better from pain and struggle. So just, just take that into mind. I feel like as you're journaling and meditating and praying this week, that's something for you to really um, think about. How are you enjoying your process, and how do you take advantage of the time that you have now? I feel like that'll be very beneficial. Speaking of journal prompts, we're about to close this this reading up. Gonna pull a couple of more. Yeah, the Seven of Wands. What area of your life needs boundaries and protection? And that's what I was saying. So like I said, some of you are gonna be coming into this new sense of like you're gonna be receiving something, or there's gonna be a new sense of responsibility, and you're gonna have to protect it. You're getting your wish, but how are you gonna protect it? So some of you are gonna be preparing for that. Some of you feel defeated, or feeling like you're being attacked. How do you control that? Because I don't care what you say. You're not in control of everything, but one thing you for damn sure are in control of is yourself. Don't ever, 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 ever in your life um, give your power up. Or, because when you make excuses and you throw things off, it's like you giving your power up. So, this is your time to really, really invest in figuring out what you can control, managing those emotions, tempering those emotions, because I know that sometimes you can feel so defeated and so down, and life just can feel like fuck, man. But it's really going to be up to you to really do the work. That's all it is. It's really being honest with yourself and applying the self discipline that you need. And in the midst of that, you'll realize that you're going to have to learn how to, enjoy your process. And you're going to have to learn how to take advantage of the time that you have in front of you. Period, point blank. It's not going to be easy. Shit's going to happen. Life going to life. But if you can really take advantage of, there's something around you have the time or the access, if you can take advantage of the information that I'm giving you now, you're going to like you'll be able to get there smoothly. Not like it's gonna rush, like you're not gonna get there any faster than what you're supposed to do, because if you know God, like I know God, timing is everything, and if he's making you wait for something, it's on purpose. If it hasn't happened, it's because it's not supposed to. And that's just something that that's something that it is. It is what it is. That's just something that you just gotta deal with. So in the meantime, really, 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 you know, look into how, well, where you need to assess and put up your boundaries. Um, but I think it has something to do with, there's something that you want to do. There's this balance that you want to have, and it's all about you finding that time and inspiration, but it's not gonna come out of the sky. And that's just me speaking from facts, from what I know and the work that I've put in, and the process that I've been, I can tell you real time, it's really gonna take you to do some introspection, learn, because everybody has different processes and journeys. So, and we have different likes and dislikes. So it's gonna this enjoying the process takes you to learn yourself, learn who you are, what you want, what you need, and taking advantage of what you have right here in front of you at this time. Okay? And they're telling me to stop it there. So, okay. All right, guys. Oh, wait. I wanted to have some charmies. I'm gonna pull some charms and then I'm gonna get out of you guys' hair because they told me to stop it there. I really hope that this message helped y'all in some way. Um, Last little charmies. Let's give the collective something positive to look forward to this upcoming week. What's going on? Give us some charmies. Yeah. Ooh, I like this. See, I told you. Peace. Peace is coming your way. Also abundance. Can you see that? Peace and abundance is coming your way. I just see that. I just see that also too if somebody has started a I'm hearing Ayurveda. If you've been looking into Ayurveda practices, um they're working. They're very helpful. That culture is really big on discipline too. That's funny. That culture is very big on discipline. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you've been looking into it, or you want to research some Ayurveda. I don't know. That came out of nowhere, but yeah. Also, meditation. If you've been, this is kind of a sign that yeah, if you've been thinking about meditating, or there's a new form of meditation, or a new practice or a technique that you've been looking into when it comes to like meditation. Um, I'm hearing that that's positive, something that will help you. That will help you. There's a new moon in Leo. I don't know, that came up as soon as I touched this thing. There's a new moon in Leo coming up on actually it's going to be on August 4th. That's crazy. So I definitely do see that um that's going to be a good time for you to really show up and show out. I'm just hearing that. Show up and show out. Show up and show out. Somebody or you or something, you're going to be watering yourself. What like there's you're putting yourself in the position to bloom, and which is kind of interesting. I always think about this because this is actually a flower pot, as you can see. You see, that's a flower pot, right? But the flowers are coming out, and then it looks like a sprout. And so, like, the flowers are able, like, they have enough water that they can water other flowers. I don't know why I always think that every time I see this, but that's what sorry. That's what I'm kind of getting the energy of. You're putting yourself in the position, or whatever the blessings and the gifts, whatever you've been waiting on for so long, it's putting you in the position to be able to grow and water at the same time. I think that's that balance that's coming in. So trust. Um, it's not like I said, it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be in a walk in the park, but it's definitely gonna be very fulfilling. Um, and yeah, I definitely see resources are going to be upped this upcoming season. And remember, I said there's a new sheriff in town. They're reminding you of those boundaries, that protection. This hat always makes me think of that protection. Also, this ain't your first rodeo, so don't, don't act green. I don't know who said that, but because I'm laughing as I'm hearing them. This ain't your first rodeo, so don't act green. That's for somebody. I feel like whatever this new step is, or this new commitment that's being made, you have the crown, you have the hat, you have the mind. They've you have everything that you need to succeed and protect yourself. You have the protection, and you're able to to whatever challenges that may come, whatever challenges that may come, whatever whoever has like talked about you or whatever it is, you're more than prepared to succeed. You're more than prepared to overcome it. And I feel like there's a need for you to trust yourself. And if you don't feel like you trust yourself, there's a need for you to begin to build that trust, because you gotta live life. Don't let life live you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, because they're cutting me off. So yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I really hope that this message helped you in some type of way. I really hope that it gave you some type of insight. It gave you a new perspective, a new way to think. And I hope that you got something that will really, really help you find peace and balance within your journey this upcoming week. Um, I thank y'all. I thank you for watching this video. If you've been a long time supporter, hey girl, hey. Yes, 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 she's back. Yes, she's back. She's back. It took her a while, but she's back. I have a lot of new things coming in, and this is just the start. So, yeah, definitely like, share, subscribe. There's so much more coming. So, just, keep a lookout on your girl. Follow me on my social media platforms. If you would like to learn tarot, if you're a tarot girly, okay, you want to know tarot, you're an enthusiast of tarot, um, and you really want to get into it. You really want to get into it. I have free content on my website right now. Right now, this exact minute. I have coded games, I have quizzes, I have activities. You can learn all about tarot, what it is, where it came from, how it works, all that good stuff right now on my website at ambercarolyn.com. And also, if you want to book a personal reading with me, that is also up and available. And you can also do that at ambercarolyn.com. So I'm just saying, if you're really curious and you still have questions and you just want to know, and if you want to know, you want to know, you want to know, go ahead and head to ambercarolyn.com. Okay? I just had to put that plug in there. Shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for being here. I'm wishing you all peace, love, and light. I will see you on my next video. Bye.